Hello, it's Mara from Houseplants, New Jersey. So today we're going to be planting up 10 Monstera Bulbasaur tissue cultures, all right? And let me just let you know, the roots are strong in this batch here, because normally I get like thinner roots, finer roots, so I usually pot them up and fluval strat them. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense to me. But these guys, they're thick, they're coarse, they're good roots. And I got them where I usually get my tissue cultures, which is Orange Lake Nursery. Um, but these roots are just so advanced and they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So I was going to do fluval stratum. Now I'm going to try my hand at just going straight into LECA, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I have 10 of them to experiment with. It's a little bit of an expensive experiment, but we'll see what happens. All right. And let's do it. All right. Let's go. Let's get into it. So first off, I have my alcohol spray here. It's 91%. I'm going to just spray off my tray, and I'm just going to let it evaporate. Okay. And that's all we need. So we're just going to do that. Now the Bulbasaur, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's named after a Bulbasaur on Pokemon cards and characters. All right. So it's very spotty. It has a lot of variegation, but it's not like a Tycon. It's like minty variegation. And it doesn't have a lot of yellowing in it. It has like more mint and white, but it's speckled. Kind of like a Tycon, but it's like, it is really beautiful. So it kind of looks like a dinosaur. All right. So now that my tray is pretty dry, I'm going to bring over, I rinsed these off before I did the video. And the reason why is because it's kind of boring just standing it in the, well, not for me, I enjoy it, but it's kind of boring for you to watch me rinse off each piece. So I rinse them. And I do have videos on tissue culture, so you can watch me. If you want to watch me rinse off tissue culture, just go ahead and log on to my other videos. But anyway, I have all these dessert cups, double shot glasses, if you will, and I labeled them Monstera Bulbasaur, and the date is 6/30. So it's June 30th. And we're going to be putting them into the LECA, okay? Now, if you see, I mean, like, look at the roots on this plant. Like, look at the roots on this tissue culture. It's insane. These are, like I said, from Orange Lake Nursery, where I always get them from. I have never gotten roots like this. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe because it's in Florida and it's this time of season. But I'm not going to be able to plant these up like halfway up. I'm just going to have to put the LECA in there. Like, I'll put the plant in there, and then I'm going to be putting the LECA balls straight in. All right? On top of it. And then I'll be filling it. All right. And then we'll be filling it up with LECA. Get those roots in there. All right. Make sure they're like, see, this one, not so good because it's still like above the LECA a little bit here. So I want to dump this out again. And there's no shame in like, or there's no harm in like redoing it again. All right, so I'm going to push it down a little lower this time. And then we're going to refill it, the LECA, in there, because I really want all those roots to be compacted under the LECA. Okay. Now, I don't want to crown rot the plant out at all. Okay, so there we go. We have the LECA in there. We're going to be filling it probably a third of the way up. Okay. a third of the way up, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit like more like halfway, but between a third and halfway. All right, and that's our first guy right there. I'm going to put it off to the side. Then we got another one. Look at that root. Like, look how thick that root is. This is beautiful. So we're going to stick that in. We're going to really like kind of twist it down there a little bit more. And then I'm going to put the leca in. All right. So we're going to put the leca in. And then we're going to fill it up a third to a half of the way. Okay. And that will absorb. Now, because these roots are so thick, I am using nutrients in my solution. Normally, I wouldn't. I would just use a regular bottle of water with no nutrients until about 2 or 3 weeks. But these guys, they're like pretty hardy. So I'm going straight up nutrients. They're in good shape. All right, look at that one. Oh my God, look at these roots. They're insane. Look at that one, how thick that is. So when I saw these, I'm like, the roots are strong in this one. I'm like Star Wars, all like dorky and stuff, but I don't really care. I was very excited. Extremely excited about this. So we're going to put them straight in. Put the leca balls in there. All right, we got that. And we're going to fill it up a third to a half of the way. Now, the reason why I'm not going all the way up to the top, all right, and I didn't think about this until just now, but the reason why I'm not going all the way up to the top is because I don't want crown rot, okay? So all we care about are those roots growing, because if the roots are good, the leaves will be good. And that is the most important part. We don't care about wetting that plant all the way up until the top. That'll rot out this top portion here. All right, let me get there. That'll rot out that top portion here. We want these roots to branch out and really fill this in. And then what'll happen is when we're ready, when it's ready, when it throws off all secondary and third roots, that's when we can move it into a bigger container, like this one here, like a dessert container. Okay, this is a dessert container. These are double shot glass dessert containers, but we want to be able to move it into a larger one, and then a larger one, and then you could go anywhere from there. All right. Let's see. We got this one. I mean, look at these roots. Like, they're so long. Guys have to order from Orange Lake Nursery. You have to. I'm not allowing anything other than that. You do whatever you want, but I would highly, highly recommend it. And the plants are, I think the more you order, like I think I got 25% off because I ordered 5 of them. So I definitely paid under $200 for Monstera Bulbasaurs. I mean, like that's pretty good. And I know they are coming down in price, but at the same time, like that's amazing. So, and I am happy to just put them straight into leca. And then we'll just settle it in there, fill it up, and that's it. And they hold the humidity very, very, very well. So that's where I started. I had no intention this year of using leca. I had no intention this year of using leca. And once I started using the leca, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much easier. Especially with like my syngonium And, you know, the plants that you have to water constantly, that you could overwater or underwater or whatever, those are, the leca just comes in very, very handy, I have to say, because you really can't over or underwater it because it's kind of getting water roots. So it kind of gets those water roots, but it still absorbs the nutrients. So we're getting that in there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 done already. So we're halfway there. And I like to keep the date on here. Now look at, oh my God, this one's so crazy. Oh, I just broke a root. But look how many I have left. This is an insane batch of plants, of tissue culture. They're really insane. They're really amazing. And when I started rinsing these off, because a lot of times, like, you'll open it, you're like, oh, wow, it looks great. These roots look great. And then you'll open the bag and then you start rinsing them and they just start melting away. But these were so strong. I was like, oh my God, this is not a letdown at all in any way, shape, or size. And we'll water that up a third of the way. Then we got this one here. I mean, just look at that. Look at all these roots. These roots aren't as thick and strong as the other ones, but they're still there. They're still really good. And I just want to see what's going to happen here. I don't know if we'll make a mistake or whatever, but we'll see. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that thick root. I mean, that's really, really there. And then it's got secondaries and thirds. So we're good on this one. Put that right in there. I'm going to actually take this little leaf off because I have a feeling it'll rot anyway. It was a good leaf, but I just wanted to take it off. And yeah, I am starting them in small cups. But like, I don't really care. I'll start them in small cups and move them upwards. I'd rather give them the benefit of the doubt. And we got 2 more. That's it. That's all we have left. This one, the root is really strong. And there are roots coming down from here and here. But, I don't know. We'll see. This guy. It's not as, I mean, it's not as impressive as the other one. That's what I normally get, like that one. But wait till you see the last one. Oh my God. That was the first one that I opened too. Was this next one. This one was okay. This one was like what I normally get. Oh, I forgot to water it. All right. And then look at this. Look at it. I mean, this is insane. This is amazing. So, oh, do I have agar gel in there? Oh my God, I do. I have to go rinse this a little bit more. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Now, with the agar gel, like if you don't take it off all the way, like if you don't take it all, if you don't take the agar gel off all the way, it's gonna rot out the plant. So if you see anything, don't be embarrassed to go back and rinse it off. You really absolutely should, because otherwise you're just wasting your time and your money, and it's not going to revert back. Like it needs to be done a certain way, and that's the way to do it. So we're just going to take this wishbone kind of plant, if I can name this, and then we're just going to be putting this in here. All right. And I really like that. I really like that this leca is so small. I feel like it goes into more nooks and crannies. Like a lot of people, they prefer to use um they prefer to use the big leca. I kind of like those smaller leca in certain situations. I really do. I have one of my what is it? Alocasia. I have like one of my alocasias in big leca, but I really do really like this smaller leca. All right, so I'm gonna just water this up halfway. All right, and we're good. And that's it. So now what we're going to do is, so now I have this little container here. Now, this is a greenhouse thing. And what I do is I line it with a paper towel only because it keeps in the humidity a lot better. And you need 100% humidity for this. Okay. So we're going to need to keep this in 100% humidity. So let me see, how many can I fit in here? I think probably, oh yeah, we're good. All right. So I got all 10 in here. This one I'm a little worried about because it's very tall. But anyway, I'm going to shut off my camera and then we're going to go over to where I keep my tissue cultures. I have other tissue cultures in these boxes. I have some things that I'm propagating in here. But this is what I use, and I just use these things. I think I bought them on, no, I know I bought them on Amazon, and they have the dome lid. They have a pink light inside for seedlings. They're seedling trays, and I got 5 of them. They all hook up together, and they have ventilation and everything like that, and I keep them on heat mats under here, so they definitely like stay nice and warm and toasty. And we're gonna just put this lid on. Now I have to just make sure that these plants are okay. Let me move all this stuff down a little bit. I'm gonna move it down a little bit because I need to get this lid on. This is the first time I'm using leca for tissue culture, but it's fun. Let's get everything in there. But it does seem to be a little more complicated to me. Probably because these plants are so much bigger than usual. Okay, so I'm back and I was trying to put the lid onto this greenhouse, but it's not fitting. And the reason why it's not fitting is because there's really no give with the leca. So I'm going to have to split them up into 2. So I'm going to put 5 in one and 5 in the other. And we're just going to spread it out just so that the lid will fit. And we can go from there. All right. So now this little lid will fit. And we'll move these down a little bit. Okay. We'll move these down a little bit. And then these, oops, I just knocked one on its side. All right. And then this one will fit over here so that we could put this lid on here so that none of the leaves get crushed, nothing gets crushed. And then there is another wire that goes to this. Here it is. And I'll show you how it just plugs in. So we'll just plug it in. Boom. It's lit up. So we have 5 Monstera Bulbasaurs in here, 5 Monstera Bulbasaurs in here, and they'll be fine. Just make sure you close them up. And what I've been doing recently with my tissue cultures that I order, I don't do tissue culture, so I don't make them myself. I order them from people who do tissue cultures, and I just enjoy it, planting them up. So what I do is for the humidity, it has to be in 100% humidity. I just use it for a week. I keep it in 100% humidity for a week, and then I open the dome all the way after 1 week. And I leave them in here for another week. Then I take them out and I put them in my Millsbo cabinet, which has a higher humidity than my actual ambient humidity, but it's not like super high. It's like between, I would say 60 and 80% humidity. It's not that high. So, some people, I don't know how they keep their humidity so high in their Millsbo cabinet. Like, I don't get it. Like, or even in their household. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I can't get my humidity that high. I think it's right now it's 43% humidity in my house in this area right here. And I have the heat mats and everything, but whatever. I can't do it. What's that one? Let's see. This one's 44. So basically the humidity in my house is like 44%. The Millsbo cabinet, I just can't believe how much higher like it is. It's 20 to 30% higher than my actual ambient humidity. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I never wanted a Millsbo cabinet until, and I was even doubting it when I got it. But now that I got it, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's really cool to just stare at it. It's like a weirdo thing, but I love just staring at it. All right. So if you like this video on my Bulbasaur not propagations, if you like this tissue culture Bulbasaur video, definitely give me a like, give me a subscribe, and send me comments. I would love to hear a comment. All right. So have a good night. Bye.